A young couple, Matt and Kate, are settling into their newly purchased home. The house, old and in poor condition, requires significant fixing up after they finish unpacking. Matt, a painter, and Kate appear to be a happy married couple as they prepare to begin their new life in the house. While cleaning up the kitchen, Kate discovers a dead bird on the floor. She tries to bury the bird in the yard but is interrupted by the loud sound of furniture being thrown from the second floor by Matt. When Kate turns back to finish the burial, she discovers that the bird has vanished. Meanwhile, Matt is removing old, broken furniture from the house when he discovers a mysterious vintage key. As the couple continues to clean, Matt finds something behind the torn wallpaper, an old metal door with a large keyhole in the center. He retrieves the two-piece key he had discarded earlier and uses it to open the door. He calls Kate to come check it out with him. When Kate attempts to enter the room, the lights in the house begin to flicker, causing her to step back. Matt decides to call an electrician to investigate. That night, Kate and Matt celebrate their move with a bottle of wine in front of the fireplace. They hear a noise from somewhere inside the house, but Kate brushes it off, calling Matt a wimp. The following day, Kate encourages Matt to begin his painting when she receives a call requesting her translation services. While she is on the phone, Matt decides to explore the mysterious room on his own, causing the lights to flicker once more. He is startled by Kate, who tells him that the electrician has arrived. The two men inspect the electrical wiring in the basement, and the electrician explains that the wiring is very old and complicated, which could explain the flickering lights. Before leaving, the electrician tells Matt he is surprised that someone wanted to buy the house, given its history. Matt inquires about what happened, and it is revealed that the previous owners were murdered inside. Intrigued, Matt conducts an online search for information about the murder. The house was dubbed the House of Blood in a newspaper article after the Schaffer couple was discovered dead inside. The murderer was apprehended and sentenced, but he was only known as John Doe because his identity couldn't be determined. Later, Matt sketches John Doe before drunkenly entering the mysterious room. When the lights go out, he finishes his bottle, mumbling that he needs another. When the lights come back on, he is surprised to see a full bottle of alcohol on the floor. The next morning, Kate awakens, perplexed by the flickering lights. She searches for Matt and discovers him inside the mysterious room filled with expensive, famous paintings. She inquires about where he obtained them, but Matt only responds by telling her to ask for something she desires. Kate playfully asks for $1,000. After searching the room, Matt gives her the money. She suspects it's a hoax or Matt's money, so he tells her to wish for $1 million, which appears right in front of them. Frightened, Kate is assured by Matt that they should enjoy the gifts the room bestows upon them. They begin to wish for more things: expensive alcohol, nice clothes, caviar, diamonds, and a lot more money. The room instantly grants whatever they wish for. Kate wonders how the room works, but Matt advises not to think about it and simply enjoy themselves. After a few days of hard partying, Kate sits alone in the kitchen, staring at the mess they made. Bored and jaded, she is approached by Matt on the swing outside. He asks where the necklace she wished for is, but she doesn't mind because she can always ask for more necklaces. Later, Matt surprises Kate by bringing her into a nursery room, suggesting they try for a baby again. Kate, however, does not want to go through it again, having had 2 miscarriages from their previous attempts. Matt approaches her as she smokes outside but decides to go for a ride to clear his head. When Matt is away, Kate returns to the nursery before going into the mysterious room. Matt returns home to find Kate playing with a baby boy who appeared out of nowhere. He is furious, asking why she would ask the room to give her a baby. She admits she took a shortcut because she doesn't think they can successfully have a baby. He thinks she's crazy and tells her they should return the baby to the room and wish it away. However, as the baby cries, Matt is unable to go through with it and returns him to Kate. That night, the baby cries in hunger, so Matt requests a bottle of baby milk from the room. When he returns, he is taken aback to see Kate breastfeeding the baby, which defies logic. A few days later, Matt is reminded of the murder case and comes across a quote from John Doe, who stated that the room made him do it. Matt decides to take some money from the room and visit John Doe in the mental hospital where he has been sentenced. Matt pretends to be a reporter to meet John, surprising the nurse with his request. An elderly John approaches Matt, inviting him to sit and revealing that he knows Matt is not a reporter. Matt introduces himself as the new owner of the house and inquires why John murdered the couple who lived there. John responds that it is the only way and tells Matt to forget about the room and leave the house as soon as possible before it's too late. On the way home, Matt stops at a gas station, but when he's about to pay, the money from the room turns to ashes. When he gets home, he grabs a wad of cash from the room and throws it outside the house. It immediately turns to dust. He tries again with a Van Gogh painting, and the part left outside starts to age rapidly before turning to dust, confirming his theory that anything wished for cannot be taken outside without disintegrating. Later, Kate is singing to the baby when she hears loud noises coming from the room. She finds Matt hacking away at the wall, saying he needs to know how it works. After ripping away the drywall and flooring, Matt reveals that the room is surrounded by vine-like structures similar to those around the house's electrical wiring in the basement. He goes outside the room and continues to rip away walls and floors, only to find more vines and strange markings behind the wallpaper. Meanwhile, Kate is about to take the baby outside for some fresh air. Matt tries to stop her, saying it's dangerous, but Kate ignores him. As they step outside, the baby starts to age rapidly. Kate screams in horror as Matt rushes them back inside, and they see that the baby has now turned into a young boy. After bathing the boy, Kate confronts Matt about what he knows. He explains that everything the room creates will age and turn to dust if taken outside, including the child. Despite this, Kate still treats the boy as her own. She names him Shane and teaches him to read, insisting he cannot go outside because he is sick. Frustrated and wanting to go outside, Shane gets angry, violently throws his pencils, and shuts the door on Kate. Matt has bought a gun for safety and practices using it in the nearby woods, improving day by day. Meanwhile, Shane is constantly wondering what it's like outside. Despite Kate's efforts to entertain him, he always looks out the windows. One day, while Kate isn't watching, Shane tries to go outside, but Kate stops him just as he begins to put his hand out. Kate starts locking all the doors and boarding up the windows in the house. Shane enters the room where Matt has been painting. After being caught and told to leave, Shane runs off, sparking an argument between Matt and Kate. Matt claims that Shane is a figment and not a real boy. Bored and curious, Shane wanders the house at night, discovering the strange power source before stumbling upon the mysterious room. When the couple returns to the room in the morning, they discover that Shane has wished for it to look like the outside so he can play. Matt locks the door and puts the key inside a drawer, expressing fear that Shane might wish for something dangerous, like a dragon, and warns that they should both be very cautious. While the couple is arguing, Shane answers the phone, and it's a call from John. John tells Matt that there is a way for Shane to go outside without turning to dust, but he must first kill the person who wished for him to appear. John knows this because he, like Shane, was wished for. When the family discovered that John could live freely outside if he killed the person who wished for him, the wife killed her husband before forcing John to kill her. Kate, who has been listening to the call, drives away from the house and is gone for hours, contemplating taking her own life so Shane can live freely but is unable to do it. While waiting for Kate to return, Matt angrily tells Shane the truth, that he's not a real person. However, he apologizes when Shane seems sad, offering to read to him. Soon after, Kate returns home to find Shane and Matt asleep together. The couple awakens one morning to find the front door open. They rush to find Shane, who has grown into a teenager. He threatens them with Matt's gun, but Kate manages to calm him down. Seeing an opportunity, Matt attacks Shane but inadvertently hits Kate, knocking her unconscious. When she awakens, Matt informs her that Shane was killed when the gun went off and that he buried him outside. Heartbroken, Kate starts crying as Matt lifts her into the house. However, the real Matt was actually unconscious. When he wakes up, he frantically searches for Kate, discovering that Shane has her and they're locked inside the room. Matt begins to break the walls to get into the room. Meanwhile, Shane, impersonating Matt, is having breakfast with Kate in the room, which appears to be in their house. Kate starts to suspect it's Shane when he chews on ice, a habit Shane has. She tries to flee, but Shane stops her and begins to sexually assault her, knocking her unconscious. When Kate wakes up, she tries to leave the room but comes across two identical moths and is unsure which one is real. One of them reaches for Kate, but she recognizes him and shoves him down the stairs. Kate and the real Matt try to flee, only to discover they are going in circles inside the house, unable to find a way out. Shane has created a labyrinth within the bogus house. Shane finds the couple while they are still trapped and stabs Matt in the stomach. Matt falls to the ground, and as Shane tries to hug Kate, he realizes that the real Matt and Kate are running outside. They escape through the fake forest and out of the wish room as Shane pursues them. As they are about to leave the house, Shane appears, coming down the stairs. When he charges Matt with his knife, Matt manages to pop the door open and grab Shane, and the two fall aside. Realizing he's outside, Shane tries to run back before turning to dust, but Kate locks the door and watches as Shane deteriorates and eventually turns to dust. 1 month later, as Kate and Matt start a new life, Kate discovers she is pregnant but has no idea if it is Matt's or Shane's baby.